everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Nicole and this is Life as a Law Student. Today we are talking about one more aspect of the law school application, and that is letters of recommendation. Oh, recommendation letters. How to get them, who to get them from, and why in the world do they matter? Let's start with the first one. Once you create your LSAC account and start compiling all the documents that you need for your law school applications, you're going to notice that LSAC has something called the LOR service, and that's going to allow you to request, manage, and distribute all of your letters of recommendation. And all three of those aspects are important because requesting something from someone in person is different than requesting officially through LSAC so that they can actually submit that letter of recommendation for your management and distribution to different law schools. And managing the letters of recommendation, while it doesn't allow you to read them for pretty obvious reasons, does allow you to describe who is submitting that letter of recommendation, how you know them, and the purpose of their recommendation letter in the first place. Because not all purposes are the same. Some are for an academic recommendation, some are for maybe a diversity or a leadership recommendation, and depending on what exactly you're applying to within a law school, if it's just for admissions or for a specific scholarship, there might be certain recommendation letters that you are holding off for a very particular submission versus the ones that you want to go generally to all law schools. Distribution kind of piggybacks off that last one because the management allows you to decide which school is getting which letter, and you have the opportunity to assign different letters to different schools if you want to. You also want to make sure that you're going to give those who are writing a recommendation letter to you enough time to actually do so and to do so well. I would recommend giving them at least 4 weeks notice so that if you have someone who needs a couple reminders, after about 3 weeks you can kind of go nudge them again if you notice in the LOR service that it hasn't been submitted yet. No one is going to mind or think that you're rude. In fact, they'll probably be thankful for the reminder because they would have felt bad if they had missed it. I've already started getting into this, but you definitely want professors who have a good relationship and rapport with you to be the ones that are writing your recommendation letters for the most part. If you don't have any close relationships with professors, don't just try to find the highest prestigious position and give them your resume and hope that they'll sign something saying that you're a good student. Because a generic letter, even a positive one, is just that. It's generic. It is general. It could be applied broadly to any student. And the law schools, hopefully by your GPA and LSAT score and resume, already know that you were a good student. The letter of recommendation is pointless if it doesn't add anything to your application. What admissions teams are looking for when they're looking at letters of recommendation is firsthand knowledge of you as a student, a worker, and a person. They want to hear stories about you from someone who doesn't just know who you are, but who you have been. And it goes without saying, those stories should be tied to characteristics that are going to translate well into law school. So no, don't have your mom or your dad's friend who happens to be a judge write the recommendation letter for you. Have somebody write the recommendation letter who has worked with you, who has seen you fail and seen you struggle to succeed, who has been directly benefited by your hard work, by your leadership, by your humility, and your ability to work in a team. The prestige of who is writing your letter really doesn't matter as much as what they've seen, what they can say about you, and the context in which those stories have taken place. Preferably in the workplace with an experienced supervisor or in the classroom with a professor. So do letters of recommendation even matter? Yes, because one, they're required, but two, it gives you an additional opportunity to show through somebody else's words and work that you are a candidate who is worth investing in through law school admission, but also hopefully through financial aid. Heartfelt testimonials of ability, observations of personal growth, and comeback stories about you as a student or a worker are amazing tools that the writers of your LORs are going to be able to utilize on your behalf. The deciders of your law school fate want to see meaningful content in these letters of recommendation. Meaningful content means evidence that you've put in hard work, evidence that compared to others of your standing, you rise above the crowd, evidence that you're going to go above and beyond, not just in school, but as a practicing lawyer. And that's why I encourage you to think carefully about who is going to be writing your letters of recommendation And to start putting in practice now, even if you're a couple years out from law school, start going to office hours, start building rapport and relationship with professors. Maybe take a couple classes with somebody who you really feel like could invest in your life, not just for the purpose of getting something like a letter of recommendation out of it, but also you're networking, you're building relationships, and you're going to get so much advice and wisdom that is going to impact you way beyond a simple letter of recommendation. Although that will definitely help. I asked 2 of the attorneys I worked with at the DA's office and 2 of my communication professors that I had taken multiple classes with, and that was because in various capacities they both supervised me and watched me learn and grow and work to benefit not just myself but the people around me and hopefully them, and that experience gave them a lot of first-hand material to work with and draw from when they were writing those letters for me. I know we had a shorter video last week talking about personal statements and this week talking about letters of recommendation, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the break. Next week we'll be back to normal and making some bonus videos again very soon. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss any of those videos. Like this video even if you didn't, and always comment below with any questions or thoughts you guys have. I love hearing from you. Have a great rest of your week and God bless until next time.